So I'm going to stand on this mountain of Flex is the most underrated and one of the best plugins FL Studio and ImageLine have ever put out in history. And there's multiple reasons why, especially in this video. I'm going to show you one pack that just came out. Let's get into it. So this new Flex pack is called the Goodie Bag by msxII Audio. What really makes this special is a few different things. It has some really good high quality presets in here. We got a lot of bass, some bells, some brass, some hits, keys. And what's really interesting is when you get down to these kits right here. This is what makes it really special. It's like a sampling pack in a sense. In this one session, I started two different ideas because that's how inspiring this pack is. I opened it up and I started with these two keys right here. And this was before I got down to the kit. So I stumbled across these two sounds. I'm like, all right, inspired right away. Let me create a chord progression and a melody around it. This was the chord progression that I started first. Let me just solo this out. So just simple chord progression at 109 BPM. Some like bass. It was a key, but it was just the low octave of that key. You can hear it's like an electric piano. So that's that chord progression. Then I threw this simple yet kind of vibey progression, vibey melody on top of it. I started adding some drums, and this is probably as far as I got. And you can see I have some other things going on in here, but that's where the inspiration just kind of took a turn, and I started making kind of like two beats in one pattern, really. Never mind one session. But yeah, this is some of the drums. This is the vibe that I just heard in my head, and I'll probably split this up later, but this is what I got so far. All right, so that was that. And then I started going down the list a little bit more. As you can see here, I went from keys, found some really dope sounds. Then I got to these kits and I'm like, what are these kits about? This is what they're about. So let me solo this thing out right here. And then inside the piano roll, when you go into a piano roll of this pattern right here, you can see that it's labeled out. So from like B up to E6, you have all these different sample chops. You got a kick, snare, cymbals, some more drums, guitar. You got all different sample chops in this one kit right here. Bass. And you got sub. Then I went down to this kit right here, and this is where things just got crazy. So I'm going through, you know, we got some cool drums, then we got some melody chops. And they're all laid out from basically from C5 all the way up to a next octave. So really they just cover like one full octave of keys. So you can play it like a drum kit. And then when you get up here, things just got crazy. Ooh, what? So I was like, yo, I gotta make something out of that. And then I have these samples in here. So I might as well try utilizing that chop with those chops, even though melodically they may not go together. And then that's where I came up with this. So really, melodically, I don't even know if it's in the same scale or whatever, but it just sounds crazy together. So then I just started adding these drums from the other kit. So essentially started two different ideas in the same beat because I just got that inspired by this kit. This kit's just nuts. Let me bring you into another session where I created almost like a full idea out of the Goodie Bag pack. All right, so for this beat, I'm at 133 BPM, and this is more of a finished-ish idea. I have like an A and a B section that I'll probably go back and forth on. Not completely finished though, but I chose this synth right here, Erie Island. Really cool sound for this chord progression. And I have no effects on this. This is just how it sounds, vinyl crackle and all. And then I went into this bass right here, Bass Hunter bass, same pack, Goodie Bag. That just follows that chord progression. Really cool texture. You can hear that noise in the background too. This pack just has that vibe to it. You really don't have to do too much messing around and adding effects. It already has the sauce. This next sound I chose from the Goodie Bag, this acoustic piano. Really clean piano sound. And then lastly from this, I added this vocal hit. Another reason why I love Flex. We got delay, we got reverb, we got some filtering going on there. Sounds really good. So this is the whole A section. Now we go into the B section where I added some drums and I changed up that piano chord progression. So right now it's just that 808 and drums when it drops in. And then I just have like another alternative of that key pattern right there, that piano pattern, and it just switches up just a little bit. I just have like these high notes just kind of hitting. So let's just give everything a listen from that A section to that B section. So yeah, that's going to do it. I wanted to show you how crazy this pack is. So if you want to grab the MSX Audio Flex pack called the Goodie Bag, click the link down below. And as always, share this with a friend if you get me.